So joining me now is a band fairly new from down in sunny Devon and Cornwall. It is Minor Offences. How are you all doing?
Good.
Doing very well, thanks.
So just introduce yourselves for us.
So I'm Cameron. I'm the guitarist of Minor Offences, and I study studio recording and production.
Hi, I'm Macy. I'm the vocalist of Minor Offences and I study costume design at Plymouth College of Art.
Hi, I'm Charlie. I'm the drummer for Minor Offences and I'm a marine engineer.
So just tell us how the band sort of became to be.
Well, back in the day, we met at Livewire Youth Project, and there was an event that went on called New Kids on the Block where we played 80s music. So we kind of played a lot of Spice Girls. We kind of met from there and formed the band.
I believe there was a member who has sadly passed away who was big helping setting up this band.
Yeah, Ed. He was the soul of the band, really. He was 21 when he passed away. It was a suicide. It was quite a few years ago now, but he does still carry on the band, and everything we do for the band is for Ed. He's an important part of it.
So musical influences. So what's your personal musical influences first?
Well, mine's Iron Maiden, Slayer, Fire is Murder. I love all bands, but I've got to say Iron Maiden is quite a big one for me for that one.
Personally, for me, it's more the melodic metal kind of route. So like Trivium, Periphery, as well as like more of a rocky bands like Volbeat as well. So
Yeah, I'd say definitely main ones are sort of with Cameron on that melodic, like Avenged Sevenfold, and then I do take some bits from Slipknot, a bit more heavier style, which I do apply to the too, really, and a bit of Pantera.
So what sort of band influenced the Minor Offences sound as the band?
I would personally say like Metallica, Sabbath, with our stuff that we're releasing now. However, we've got a couple tracks we're kind of starting to write at the moment, which go down the more melodic route, but they're still in process of being written as the band has kind of progressed and become more technical within the writing.
So you are a female-fronted band, and so as a big supporter of the women in rock sort of movement, with bands like Hailstorm, In This Moment, Katrina Coil, and the like, sort of becoming like front and center now. How does it feel being sort of an unsigned underground band in a male-dominated sort of industry?
Well, I've always never struggled with anything like that before. The guys have always been really supportive. I've seen a lot of women being turned away from all this type of stuff just for being a woman. I'm actually currently writing an essay about the term female fronted and should not be used in the media and stuff. But I do agree the metal community is mainly male and run by men, but the females are finally coming up top. Like Kurt Cobain said, women are going to be the leaders of rock one day.
And the lads, have you got anything about that?
Not really off the top of my head. I do agree with Macy quite a bit, really. It is a male-run sort of, industry. And I do agree that the women will eventually take over. There's not very many of them, but there's a hidden talent there.
I personally I agree with Macy, but I also think that it shouldn't matter whether it's a male fronted or female fronted. If
Definitely.
It's good music.
So so you are, like I said at the start, from like the down south Devon, Cornwall sort of area. What is the metal scene like down in Devon, that sort of area?
I love it down here. Everyone's really lovely, and pirate metal's a big thing coming up nowadays. So Well, just pirate rock in general. There's a band called Jolly Roger, and they're bloody great. The scene down here is just really lovely. It's been quite sad. A few gigs before I went to, there's been not a lot of people there, so it was dying down a little bit. But hopefully COVID is going to bring us all together again, and we'll have a huge celebration and finally get back on our feet.
So what sort of, is there any sort of standout venues that support the metal community?
I wouldn't say anything that stands out, to be honest.
Yeah,
Off the top of my head, I can't really think of.
The Junction and
Big ones.
Underground, definitely. The Junction and the Underground. They're great venues for any music type, I reckon.
Well, but like, it's not just metal; they'll support all genres essentially.
So now you have got some music already out on Spotify, but you are about to release your sort of debut EP. So just tell us a bit about the new EP.
Well, it took a long time to get together, and we're finally releasing it. Cameron and Will from Live were the people that recorded it for us. Cameron's done such an amazing job with all the mixing. It's taken a lot of effort, but it's been definitely worth it in the end, I think.
And a lot of money.
And a lot of money.
Behind the scenes, I'm here spending like 400, 600 pounds on just plugins just to make the sound. The instruments and stuff is.
How many tracks are going to be on the EP?
Which EP you listen to?
The
The EP on Spotify has one less song on the CD. I think it's that way around, isn't it?
Yeah.
Where there's one sneaky little extra bonus song, but that's kind of, you got to buy a CD and find out what that is.
It's a song about steak. We felt the need to add it in because Ed wrote it and he sang it in one of the shows we did, and we just knew he would have really wanted it on the CD, so it's got one of the extra songs on it.
I think the Spotify version has 5 songs, I think, and the CD will have the 6 with the extra track, I believe.
So when is it out then?
28th of May, so in next week or 2 weeks time? It should be very soon, and hopefully all the money we make from the CD and the patches and the merch, it's going to go on to make t-shirts and a future CD, hopefully.
So have you got any sort of gigs in the works for when gigs can come back?
On the 1st of July is our first gig with, sorry if I say this wrong. Yeah, it's with the Noor and another band. I'm not very good at keeping things in my mind if I want to know. But yeah, it's with Noor and it's on the 1st of July at the Junction.
So thanks for taking the time out to have a chat with us. It has been a real pleasure. And good luck with the new EP.
Thank you very much for having us. Cheers.
It's been a pleasure.